And in addition to keeping your distance from others, safe distance, health experts also urge everyone to what? Mask up. Come on. But are some masks better than others? That is the question. And our Rick Adams joins us now in studio, and we're so happy because we've been starved for company with COVID. We don't have any guests in the studio, so thank you for risking your life to be here with us today.
Risking my life? Never. Not with you beautiful people. It's wonderful to see you.
Wonderful to see you, too. Show us that mask.
Well, masks, and I've got mine here, are thankfully pretty much in your face these days. Well, sort of on your face, anyway. But as you may well note, not all masks are the same. Look, mine's kind of fancy. Like socks, some people choose different ones. But are some masks superior to others? Well, of course they are. So let's peel them back in our very own masquerade. See what I did there?
Oh, I love it.
Let's get virtual.
First, the science. There's enough studies in the world now to show that, oh, forget it, just wear a mask, okay? If we'd all been wearing one diligently since the start of the pandemic, there's enough evidence to show that the virus would be way under control by now. But, as they say, hindsight is 20/20. Basically our entire year. Masks can prevent the transmission of the coronavirus, and a new study shows that if 95% of the entire USA wore face masks in public, nearly 45,000 lives could be saved by the time the election comes round. And one of them could be yours, or your granny's, or your friend's granny, or... Do I really have to explain this? So, which masks are the best? The basics are this. If you work in healthcare, have underlying health issues, are elderly, or have tested positive for coronavirus, then wear a medical mask. If you're healthy, and we know this is a tricky definition when it comes to coronavirus, then wear a fabric mask over your mouth and nose. It's amazing how many people leave their noses outside their mask, rendering it completely useless. I mean, when you wear pants, you do the zipper up, right? So, please. So the medical or best masks? The N95 and N99, as their names suggest, offer 95 to 99% protection on exposure in a highly contaminated area. A close runner-up, the previously mentioned medical or surgical masks. And they're a very good choice, about 3 times more effective than homemade masks. Which is why, if we're healthy, we should try to avoid hoarding them, so that there are enough to go round for healthcare workers. Think selfishly, if you like, just in case you end up in hospital. Wouldn't you want your doctor and nurse to be wearing one, so they don't get sick and can heal you? Eh? So what about fabric masks? Hybrid masks that have a mixture of layers and materials like cotton and silk or flannel or chiffon. What the heck is chiffon? An 80s band? These materials appear to offer pretty good protection from the smaller virus particles, and in fact 3 layers of cotton or chiffon might even just be as good as a medical mask. What? Apparently, vacuum cleaner bags also offer good protection. And your house will be really clean if you wear it indoors for 12 hours. Okay, I'm only kidding. But these cleaner bags are being seriously considered for elements of a mask. Cool, huh? So, what about antimicrobial pillowcases and tea towels and such? Well, apparently really good if they're made of satin, silk or bamboo. It's not bamboo, that's metal. And what's better than nothing? Well, a scarf, bandana, or ripping up a t-shirt made of cotton can help reduce exposure by nearly 50%. So it may look cool, but it's not the safest choice. Capiche? So there it is, the best to not so best choices. But either way, please don't be in any doubt about the science, because you should absolutely wear the answer to the problem not on your sleeve, but on your face.
On your face, as Rick Adams likes to say. It messes up my lipstick, so I'm going to keep mine off for this glorious moment. Love it. But Rick, let me ask you, there's been so much misinformation about masks, obviously a lot of resistance by some people. They think it's, a hoax, etc. How do you deal with the misinformation to get everybody to comply?
Well, this is the big... Sorry, I'm going to take mine off because it's not going to ruin my makeup, clearly. That has been the problem because obviously at the beginning it started out we didn't know much about the virus and then all of the information changed and so we were getting advice and also we shouldn't hoard masks and all of those sort of things.
The N95, that was the initial, even by Dr. Fauci, the N95, there was a shortage of them for our medical workers.
Which is why they were saying don't.
Right, but to cover your mouth
Yeah.
with something else.
Yeah.
And then obviously more and more became known and the experts started to say, wear the mask. But there were so many who didn't.
That's right, and then it became a political football, and of course, as we know, when politics gets involved with science, it's never a good mix. And then you've got these different masks here, for instance, these are the more protective ones, but you'll see masks out in the street with people who have little valves on those masks. Not necessarily a good idea, because that's you breathing out, letting air out, and so you're not necessarily protecting other people. The whole point is, this is quite an American thing. We're using these things to protect other people, to care about other people, and people have brought the Constitution into this. Well, what about my freedom? Well, you have the freedom to play Russian roulette, not necessarily a good idea. It's about protecting other people, and wearing a mask, a proper mask, and fabric or medical can help save other people's lives, and you're doing it for other people.
That's right. As simple as something you can buy, or as simple as something you can make at home too.
And people say the same thing about seatbelts. You know, don't tell me what to do, but it saves lives, and that's the protocol.
Cover up for safety, everybody.
You do it like no one else can. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick Adams.
To
We'll be
have
back.
you in the studio.
Your humble servant.
You do it. Sounds good. Thank you.